Hi there guys, Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and today I am showing you one of my favourite cars, the L322 Range Rover. This is a 2012 Westminster model with a 4.4 litre turbo diesel V8 engine, twin turbo V8 engine in this. Brilliant engine and gearbox. It's one of the top of the range models, the Westminster being a sort of special edition that they brought out towards the end of this L322 model's life. And as you can see, finished in the beautiful Westminster metallic blue. It's a stunning looking car. Really has sort of, it just pops out at you with the chrome grille and these lovely wheels that it's got on it. Pirelli tyres, which are all in excellent condition. The wheels have recently been refurbished on this particular car, as you can hopefully see. They're in very good shape indeed. This one sat on, I just want to double check that I'm right in saying this, I think it is the 20-inch rims, which I think suit the car very well indeed. This car's got a very good spec on it. It's done 121,000 miles, and this particular model of Range Rover, the L322, is a model that ran from 2002 right the way up to sort of 2012, which this one is. These are one of my favourite cars. I've owned several of them over the years, but they're also a car that's driven by the likes of Harry Metcalf from Harry's Garage. Jeremy Clarkson's actually got one of these as well that he uses a majority of the time. So they're a very sort of well-respected vehicle. They are the one that sort of people in the know tend to drive. Obviously I know there's a newer model than this, and that is a very good car as well, but for my liking, and I think probably with the other two guys as well who both actually live on farms, the L322 is a much more rugged car. It's much more versatile, and it's got proper switches in it which you can use when you're wearing gloves in the winter, for example, which the new one's got touch screens, and it just tends to be a little bit too fiddly, the new Range Rover. Doesn't feel to me like a proper Land Rover. This one does. So it's like a Bentley in terms of its luxury, but it's also able to cope with the rough stuff as well. So we're going to have a good look over the car. Hopefully I can show you a few things that I like and a few extra features that this particular Westminster model has got over a standard L322. So starting off at the front of the car, obviously it's got xenon lights. It's got the nice 20-inch wheels with the Scorpion tyres on it. The car is in very good condition for a car that's 9 years old now. It's done 121,000 miles, but exceptional condition. It's got a big folder of receipts on it for all the service history that's been done on this particular car. Coming down the side of the car, you have got the mesh grills as well on this. Being a later model Westminster, it's got the sort of slightly nicer looking gills to the side, I think, over the standard car. The car's not been molested in any way. It's completely standard tint on the car. It hasn't got sort of garish side steps or oversized wheels on it, and to my mind that's a massive plus point on an L322 Range Rover. You don't want one that's gone through sort of into the wrong hands and looks like something that a drug dealer would buy. This one is a proper car. It's obviously badged on the back as the Westminster. It doesn't have any engine inscription on it, but this one is, as I say, the 4.4 litre TDV8, the top of the range diesel engine that Land Rover were doing at this particular time. One thing that I love on these cars, one reason that I've had them before, is the way the split tailgate works on it. So that goes up, this has got a switch and it drops down. It's got a lovely mechanical feel to it, that has. In the back of this particular car, you can see I've got the original rubber mats for the car. It has got summer mats in it at the moment, which are carpeted, but obviously these clip on over the top and give you extra protection if you've got muddy boots, or certainly in the winter, it protects the interior a little bit more. But I love the way this works. You can sit on this. I've used this as a desk many times in the past because it's just the right height for you to be able to get your paperwork out on and sort of do stuff when you're in my job. So I find them very handy, and obviously they're very versatile, these cars are as well. The nice thing about L322s is it has got this mechanical simplicity to it. No electric tailgate, you just drop it, it slams, and you know it's shut. It's a very nice feature on this particular model. A little bit of a blemish by here, just to note. I mean, we'll put a bit of silver paint over the top of it and you probably won't see that, but again, it is a 9-year-old car and you will expect the odd little blemish on it. I can see that there's been a small touch-in done on that bumper corner as well. But it's in keeping again with the age and the mileage of this car, and overall what a fantastic example it is. So coming around this side, you can see the car is very straight. There is no panel damage to it at all, no rust on the arches. It's in very good condition. Tiny bit of polish that's been missed by there, which I'll get the valet to sort out. Things you need to look for on these are things like these arches. This is where the car starts to go on older models. Obviously, the way these work is you have got an outer door seal on them, which seals that shut, and it stops any mud getting on the inside of that arch. The idea being that at least when you get in and out of the car, it doesn't end up sort of getting on your clothes at all. And that works great, but it can be a little place where the car attracts a bit of moisture sometimes and can rust. So if you're looking at buying one of these, that's the first thing you need to check, along with making sure that the air suspension works on the car and there's no smoke under load, because the one thing that can also cause problems is those twin turbos, and they're quite costly if they go. Alright, let's have a quick look inside the car. Now, there's various models of these. You do have the 3-litre TD6, which is a bit old and slow now by modern standards. You've got a 3.6-litre version of the TDV8, which is a slightly different turbo system on it, which I won't bore you to death with, but it's then surpassed again by this 4.4-litre. And you can tell the 4.4 litres because they've got this, what they call command shift, where you've got a sort of disc that comes up and which you turn to select gears, and I'll show you how that works in just a second. So, getting behind the wheel. Obviously we're greeted by pure luxury in this car. It's a completely digital dashboard, as you can see. I've got a lovely display on there at the moment. I've got a key in my pocket, so all I've got to do is put my foot on the brake, press this start button, and the car will start itself up. There we go. So, just coming up for its service now, although strangely enough, according to the sticker on the car, it's actually not due until October, so it's not overdue as I'm doing this video, because that's next month, but we'll be having a service done on it for the new owner before we have the car. Now, I've left this on because I've got the television built in on this particular car. So I've got a full TV system with digital telly. I've got a digital radio, my phones go through this system, and of course I've got the navigation system as well, which I can get up there. There we go. And obviously I've got all the maps and stuff I could possibly wish for. Being a Westminster, there's more toys than this though. I've got heated and cooled front seats, so whatever the weather, you can be in total comfort, and I can select on those seats whether it's the backrest or the base or both that are heated or cooled. So that's a really neat feature of this particular car. We've obviously got the standard aircon and climate control, and it's easy to use because it's all turny dials, which again is a big plus point to me over the previous model. We have cup holders and storage and all the usual gubbings there, and as I said, this command shift system where I can put it in drive like so, and sport, or you know, you just turn the dial. It's very easy to use, it's very intuitive, and it becomes second nature very quickly to you. You've got height adjustment on the suspension here and a low range gearbox, and you've also got a selection of programs here from the Land Rover inventory of sort of dynamic driving and stuff like that. So you can have your sand, your desert, your forest, your actually that one's sand, that's snow, and also mud ruts as well. It'll set the car up for you essentially to whatever the terrain is that you're doing. It's called terrain response. Coming across here, we've got cruise control, we've got a heated steering wheel as well. That's what that button there does. It's basically got every single thing you could possibly want in a motor vehicle on it, this car. As you can see, the mileage is 121,631. I'll very quickly give the engine a rev just so you can hear it. Do you see how the rev counter goes round, and the 2, 3, 4, they light up as it goes? Same with the speedo. Very neat little feature on this car, which you just don't see on anything else. I love the way they sort of do these tiny little things on these Range Rovers, which really do set them apart from anything else on the road, to be honest with you. What you get in this car, which you just do not get on any other vehicle I've ever driven, is a total feel-good factor. You're up so high in it, you're literally towering above the other vehicles here at our site and on the road, and you do feel like you are sort of king of the road in the car. It is double glazed as well. This front screen is heated as well as the rear one. It's got every single thing that you could possibly want on it. Let's have a quick look outside again. I don't know if you noticed, but the wheel actually goes up then when I open the door just to let me out. I have got on the inscriptions on this car, look, on the doors, just in case I forget what I'm in. It's a Range Rover. Look at that. I've got the Harman Kardon speakers in it, which are fantastic. And as you can see, I have got these very plush and very thick overmats as well, which are in the car at the moment. You can see how thick the pile is on those carpets. They are rubber backed as well, so they're very hard wearing. But I have got the full rubber mats in the boot to swap over as well when need be. But it's a nice interior in here. I like the fact it's got the darker carpets. They're much harder wearing than the light. Obviously the leather's the light coloured, but as you can see, they wear very well. And you'd never think this car had done 120,000 miles. Now let's have a quick look into the back of the car. And the toys just continue coming because we've got rear entertainment in this car. For a start, we have got heated seats in the back there and rear ventilation controls. We have got 2 screens on the back of each headrest, and this fold down armrest, which was already in place, which when I open this, reveals this command system. So I pull this out. I can now control the entertainment through my rear headrest. So I could plug in an Xbox if I wanted to, for example, and play Xbox on it. I can have the television pump from the front, or just have the audio system controls here in the rear. I've even got a little holder there to put it on while I'm in the car. Very, very cool indeed. Let's just pop that back in, and that charges off the car when it's in its little cubby hole, so really does work a treat. And of course it flips up nice and simple. Again, very mechanical. If you notice, all these seats as well fold with a mechanical simplicity, which is just missing in modern cars. It's very hard wearing, this car is very strong and very simple. It hasn't actually got, contrary to what people might tell you about Range Rovers, it's not overly electrical. It has got a lot of mechanical simplicity to it, in the way the seats fold, in the way the boot opens. It's a proper traditional Range Rover, and that's why I love an L322. Again, just to show you the arch on this side, it's all very intact, and that will hopefully please the Land Rover buffins, who would probably be checking that first thing, but we're going to give this car a full inspection prior to sale anyway. So I won't bore you with too many more details, other than to say, if you want more on this car, I'm happy to provide it. And you can get hold of me on 07932 873 646. If you're in the market for something that will just blow you away in terms of performance and luxury, these are, in my opinion, the best. And there's not many cars I haven't driven, so I can speak from experience when I'm telling you that. This particular car, it's available for national delivery. It's going to come fully workshop inspected, and it's going to come with a 3-month parts and labour guarantee. If you are interested, please give me a call on 07932 873 646. I'm happy to value your old car and take that in part exchange and arrange delivery to your doorstep. If you are viewing this video and you have not already done so, then please subscribe to our channel. You'll see more videos like this, more features and more car buying advice. And of course, feel free to comment and like our posts, and feel free to share them with your friends and family. Most importantly, if you're interested in this car and you want to get hold of me quickly, the best way to do it is to ring me 07932 873 646. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.